George C. Homans is another important sociologist in the development of American sociology. He is well known for his theory of social exchange. Uh, when he talks about social exchange, he tries to base this social exchange on rational choice of the individuals. And he looks at the market transactions where people buy the goods and services, and when they are buying, they are trying to calculate the cost, and then what are they going to get out of that cost, that is their benefits. So market transactions are again rationalized. The people try to spend so much money for getting so much, let's say, benefit out of that. So maybe it's a cost benefit kind of analysis. Now that kind of cost benefit analysis also governs the let's say human relations. So human relations as well as the, let's say, the market transactions are governed by utilitarian perspective. That is the cost benefit, let's say, approach. So there is an exchange. We pay the money, get some commodity in exchange for that. Similarly, we in everyday society, we try to exchange the, let's say, relations. So in this perspective, he is focusing on avoiding the pain and maximizing the pleasure. So that's the rational choice. Avoiding the pain, that's the cost, okay, or minimizing the cost and maximizing the pleasure, which might be based on the cost which we pay for that. So the same principle, cost benefit, or let us say avoiding the pain or utilitarian kind of approach governs the social relations. So it's more like operating conditioning, which we see that that has been borrowed from behavioral psychology. And one important example is that of Skinner's pigeon, who is pecking a knob and gets the food in return to that. So every time that pigeon pecks, he pecks the knob, he gets the food. So that's the labor which the pigeon might be, let's say, doing, and gets something in return, which might be considered as a pleasure. So we see that these kind of experiences operate on the human beings as well. So human beings provide positive or negative reinforcements of various types of, let's say, interactions with one another. So we see that the process usually shapes one another's behavior. So what we do find in the society is that there is the exchange of activities, exchange of relations, exchange of interactions with each other. So it depends upon what we experienced in the past. So if those are, let's say, good experiences, let's say pleasurable experiences, we try to continue with that. If those are not, then we may try to disrupt those relationships. Also, same kind of, let's say, utilitarian kind of approach, or market kind of, let's say, approach with respect to the cost benefit. It's not necessarily the past experiences, but also something which we can expect in the future. That might be considered as an investment. Investment, as the, let's say, in the economy, people try to invest to get its, let's say, benefits in the future. Similarly, human beings may also make an investment in the relationships, and they might try to get the rewards in future. So expectations for future based again on past experiences. So others have, let's say, invested in the past and reaped the benefits in the future. So that is how we see that the social exchange takes place, continues, and persists.